I want to go into the Rockets and the Warriors series, man. This series is also been very entertaining. I love watching good basketball. Both of these teams play that. So to start off with the Rockets and the Warriors, I still, it's still the same thing, and I still feel this way. I don't believe the Warriors are gonna lose until they lose, because the way the team is constructed and how well that team is, and how much talent is on that team, and how well those guys play together, I really don't see them. It's hard for me to believe that they're going to lose. And I've seen this team when they were rolling, so it's hard for me to believe that they're going to lose. But ultimately, I do want the Houston Rockets to win the series, because I'm tired of seeing the Warriors in the finals. So I want the Houston Rockets to win. I want to see different teams in the finals, man. Let's go for that, man. Even if you're not a Warriors fan, man, just join me on this. I mean, you got to be tired of seeing the Warriors play anybody and win easily. I want to see new teams. So I want to see the Houston Rockets. But breaking down some of the games, I noticed like in game 1 and game 2, I did not feel this way at all. I didn't feel this way at all. I thought it was done. Like most people probably did. They probably thought it was over. Because if you watch game 1 and game 2 with the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors, you noticed the lack of energy. The lack of energy from the Houston Rockets. They didn't want to play hard until like the second half. I know I'm not talking about the Boston Celtics today, but it was kind of flip-flop. You know, Boston Celtics lately, they've been playing hard the first half and things like that, and then come out second half flat. They come out flat, and then ended up losing. I'm going to back up from that series because I'm not going into it. But back to the Rockets and the Warriors, the first 2 games, they came out flat. The Houston Rockets was completely flat. They didn't step it up until it was too late, and they couldn't pull off a win in Golden State, which is incredibly difficult to do. And they have to do it at some point. At some point, I see the Houston Rockets, they have to do it. They protected home court like they're supposed to, which is great, because now they made it a series. They made people open their eyes, and they're like, damn, okay, the Warriors not going to 3-1 them, or the Warriors not going to sweep them now. So they made it a series, and I'm excited that they made it a series, because hey, what's better than watching a great series, especially between 2 elite teams? You have one team that has multiple superstars and a Kevin Durant. And I want to break this down too, because games 3 and 4, I blame the loss not on Kevin Durant, but I blame the loss through the gameplay that was not through Kevin Durant. I'll get into that in just a second. But yeah, you have one team with multiple superstars, and those guys play very well together. And then you have another team with 2 big superstars, and you have a center that's nice and stuff like that. You have James Harden, a big scoring guy, arguably the MVP this year. I believe he's going to get the MVP this year, but that's not the conversation. Anyway, so you have those guys, and it's a good matchup. So game 3 and 4, I want to talk about that. Kevin Durant, he is the reason that the Warriors are looked at as a cheat code. Or Kevin Durant is the reason why the Warriors are looked at is unfair, cheating, it's not right. He's a cupcake because he went to go play with them. He's the because he's so good. He's so good that he should not have to go play with another MVP and other great shooters like that. He's so talented. He should be able to do it on his own. That's the kind of thing that you hear about KD, and he's that player that puts them over top. So when he's been rolling, and it's toward the end of the game, I believe it was game 3. It's toward the end of the game. You have a chance to win. He's just about the reason you even got to overtime, because he was balling and putting the ball in a hoop, unstoppable. Nobody can guard him. So because he's that reason, and he's done it. He's brought you to the end of the game. He's got you there. So when he has gotten you there, what makes you think it's okay to push away from that? So you go to overtime. He's the one that really got you to overtime, because he kept scoring the ball and helped you out. Not to mention he was doing it all game. I think he put up like 40 something, if not more than that. But anyway, so he got you there to the overtime, and he's not as aggressive anymore. He's not shooting the ball as much. My first go-to would have been Kevin Durant. Look, you got to bring this home for us. You got to bring this home for us, man, because it's been close. When they miss, we need to score. And it's that simple. When they miss the shot, or when James Harden or whatever, they turn the ball over, they miss, and we need to score, Kevin Durant, you got to do it. At this point, I need you to do it. I need you to do it. And if anything, if he's not going to do it, because we seen him earlier in that fourth quarter, before overtime, he provided for others if he didn't get it done himself. He would drive, kick, things like that. He already attracts so much attention. That, the primary focus is going to be on him when he has the ball. You're going to have players trying to bring extra help. And I think that's also important. Yes, the Houston Rockets should continue to do that, but if they're going to bring extra help, one thing you have to do is rotate. You can't just, bring help and then not help any and not rotate, because then you're just allowing people to shoot. And then if they make it, you're not playing hard at that point. You got to at least make somebody work. You got to make them work now. If anything. So I seen Kevin Durant be hot. He was hot through the fourth quarter. Now overtime came and he didn't really touch the ball. That's the main problem. And I'm like, okay, now I get it. I get you have Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Those guys are great shooters and all, but dude, you got to get a ball to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is one of the, he is the best scorer in the league at this point. So I don't understand that. And I will say, a game 4, Warriors game, to move on to game 4, Warriors, they shot bad. But also, I want to give credit to the Houston Rockets because they protected home court throughout game 3 and game 4. They played hard. They came with more energy. Like I said, game 1, game 2, they didn't really have that energy from the jump. They didn't come out hard from the jump. They wanted it when it was too late. When it was too late. When they tried to switch on, the Warriors was already rolling by then, and they was already in a groove. So it was hard for them to just everybody on the team. It was hard for everybody on that team to put that hot switch on and just come out the gate, start firing off and start balling. It was hard for them to do that. And not to mention, I'm not using it as an excuse, but it was some bold calls in game 1, game 2. It was some controversial calls. Some of them I agree with, but there was a lot of missed calls in my opinion as well. There were times James Harden would shoot the ball, he'd come down, it looked like Klay Thompson was all up under him, man, and that's not right. That's not right. You can't do that as a defender, because it brings risk to the shooter. So that's not good. If I shoot the ball and you right up under my foot and I fall, I'm trying to protect myself at that point. I don't want to fall on your ankle, roll it, and then now I'm done for the series and now my team lost. Nobody wants to deal with that. So, and they've gotten better with calling that call throughout the series. They've gotten way better with calling that call throughout the series as it's going on. But I'm glad nobody wants to see that. You just got to watch it if you're a defender. Try and get as close as possible, but you can't undercut the guy because that's not cool. But anyway, Rockets, they didn't shoot the best game 1 and game 2. They came out a little flat. The energy really wasn't there. And it was kind of a Warriors show. You was just watching the Warriors play basketball. Rockets didn't really play defense. They wasn't bringing any kind of defensive intensity. And that was, it was messed up. They gave away so many easy buckets. Even 3-pointers, even in the paint, they gave away so many easy buckets. And it was just ridiculous at that point. But game 3 and 4, mostly 3 and 4, they came out with the energy. PJ Tucker, man, he's been a workhorse. He's been he's the Draymond Green for the Rockets, pretty much. How Draymond is the motor and brings energy to the Warriors, that's what PJ Tucker is to the Rockets. Because that dude fights, he hustles. He plays defense. He does it all, and he can give you an open corner 3, and he'll be down there in the paint to give you a rebound. So he's been playing great, man. And not only have they been playing great offensively because they picked it up on the offensive side, but they've actually been playing defense now. They've actually sparked it up and took it up a notch on the defensive end, and that kind of stuff really helps the Rockets keep the game close, and it allows them room if they mess up on the offensive end. So if the Warriors are not doing good right now, and the Houston Rockets are rolling on the offensive end, it allows them to go on a run, things like that. They're balling. They're in a groove. Game 4, it was different. Yes, the Warriors They didn't shoot good at all. They didn't shoot good at all. I kind of believe that part of this was because I mean, Rockets, they did play better defense. Like I said, they played better defense in Game 3 and Game 4. But Game 4, there were good looks that the Warriors had. Like the last shot from Kevin Durant, that was a good look. Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to make those. Those got to drop. The last shot that has to drop. Stephen Curry missed some good looks. But altogether, from the 3-point line, the Warriors, they shot 8 for 33. It was out here looking like Oklahoma City. To be honest, for just one game, they was looking like Oklahoma City shooting 8 for 33. Because that's not good. That's horrible. That's horrible for the Warriors. And I get they throw up a lot of threes, but I mean, you can't rely on that. You can't rely on that kind of percentage. I'm going back to the Oracle, going back to Golden State. You can't rely on that kind of percentage because those guys, they're a different team at home. And it's no telling what Warriors team you're gonna get every night. Sometimes they play hard from the jump. They come out with a vengeance, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come out really, really lax, and they don't play as hard. So you never really know which Warriors team you're gonna get, but you have to expect the best of them because when you come out feeling good or feeling confident, or not feeling confident, but when you come out underestimating them, I should say. When you come out underestimating the Golden State Warriors, you will get blown out every single time. And there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. Because you don't know who's going to bring that to them. You don't know who's gonna bring their game tonight. You don't know if it's Stephen Curry that's going to come out and hit 8 threes. You don't know if it's Klay Thompson that might drop 40 or quiet 40 or have a big game. Kevin Durant might have another monster game and drop 40-something. You don't know who it's going to be. So you have to expect the best of that team. And the Rockets, in the past, they have beat the Warriors at home. Last year, they stole one game at the Oracle. And it was extremely tough to do. They only won by 3 points. But they did get it done. So it's possible. It's very possible. But they going to have to come out hard. And man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. Regardless, Harden has to play his game, man. Harden been going crazy so far. I should say in Game 3 and Game 4, Game 1 and Game 2, it was all right. It took him a minute, but Game 3 and Game 4, man, his offensive play has been amazing. Putting on a show. He needs that same performance in the Oracle. PJ Tucker has to bring that same energy. Chris Paul has to bring that same energy. Those bench players, they've stepped up Game 3 and Game 4. Those guys have to bring that same energy. Amon Shumpert, he has to come out hard. Gerald Green, they have to come out shooting. All of them, the bench players have to come out shooting. And man, it's gonna take a lot to beat the Warriors at home, especially in the playoffs. And man, all the Rockets can hope for is that the Warriors is missing again. And hey, hopefully, they will be able to get it done in 6 or 7. If the Rockets, I want the Rockets to win, man, because I'm tired of seeing the Warriors all the time in the finals and things like that. So I really want the Rockets to win. But anyway, man, I don't see the Warriors losing until I see them lose. It's hard for me to if I was to bet money, I'm betting with the Warriors. I'm not going to lose any money over a hope or over something that I hope happens. No, I would still put my money on the Warriors, but I really don't want them to win. I don't want them to win. So I got the Rockets hopefully winning in 6 or 7.